Hello again, this is Lilla in Hawaii, and it's a nice day to stay indoors and just do some sewing. I'm sort of in the fall spirit, I think, a little bit, so I've been doing a few more fall things, and they're very simple, but I thought you might like to see what I do. I make these every year for my daughters, hand towels, and usually Christmas themes, but this time I decided to use a fall theme, so I'll show you one that I've completed. So this one is a darker brown, and it's completed with some gold and white braid, some leaves, sort of Halloween fabric you might say. This is also from Walmart. And then for the crochet edging, I cut that off an old table centerpiece that I had, an old linen one. So I'll show you how I put that together. It's really easy. By the way, I buy the towels also at Walmart. That's our only shop. We don't have any dollar stores, anything like that. I kind of wish we did, but we don't. So it's Walmart or kind of nothing. Anyway, I'm going to put these things aside that I've cut off, and I'll show you how I go about it. I cut a strip of the Halloween or fall fabric to the length, or the width, I guess you'd say, of the towel. And I've also ironed under 1/2 inch on one edge and 1/2 inch on the end. So 3 there, 3 sides there, and along the bottom and along there. That is all hemmed. Nice. So now I'm going to stitch that, and what I do is I stitch the folded part only, and I stitch it pretty close to the bottom. On my towel there's this kind of a rib on the bottom, so I stitch it right to that, like that, right there. So I start stitching here because this is folded under, and this is folded under, and then the next trim will go on the raw edge. So let me do that real quick. I usually make the stitch just a little bit longer, and I stop and start it with a knot. But these are so quick, and they're very effective. They look nice, you know, when they've got their place decorated for fall. And these are for their guest bathroom, you might say, these ones. And I picked the colors because not only are they fall colors, but that's sort of the colors of my daughters. Two different daughters' houses. They live in different states. One has more of a fall than the other. Okay, got to be careful I don't knock the camera over. My equipment's pretty primitive. I've also been making a lot more pumpkins and treat bags that you'll see in one of my other videos. Here's one of the pumpkins that I finished this morning. And this one is not a fragrant pumpkin. The others were. They had lavender in them. But this one's just, you know, to sit somewhere as decoration. And I used sari silk torn for mock leaves, and then some twine, which is supposed to be the stems. And it's not quite dry. I glued that part on top. Okay, so now I've done that. So there we go. That's nice. Now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put the braid on. And the braid I also bought at Walmart. I liked it because it had a sort of a classic Greek key on it. And I sew that on both sides, and I turn under a little bit at each end as well to make it neat. And I sew it just over the raw edge. Okay. Oh, there we go. Alright. Make sure everything's flat. I'm just going to sew both sides of that Greek key trim. I'm using I think it's actually a sort of a olive green thread. I really like the way it's sparkling. It's just giving it that little bit of a holiday spirit. Okay, so that's done. Now the next thing is I'm just going to sew this on, and when I took it off the table runner or table centerpiece that it was on, I just ripped it. I made a little cut in the side. The table runner had this around 4 sides, so you can see it's different at the corners, so I won't be using that part. I'm going to start in a little bit, probably about here, and I'm just going to simply cut it off. And I use those little scraps, don't throw them away. And I'm not going to do anything radical with trying to hide that. That's where it tore off the fabric. I'm just going to strictly zigzag it, that's all. Just zigzag it. And I'm going to do it right on, pretty much on the bottom. I'm trying to make it sit pretty much right there, but not on top, but just by it, okay? So I'm going to zigzag this. And they're so quick and easy to make these. And my formula is always the same. It's fabric, a trim for the top, and some lace for the bottom. And it can be a different kind of lace. Sometimes I use an ecru or sort of a coffee-colored lace, and that would look fine here, but I rather like the white on this. For some reason or other, it's a little hard sewing through the towel. I've got a walking foot. I should have put that down. I didn't. Okay. I'm just going to cut that off. If you're worried about it unraveling on the side, and I think I will do that, I'm going to put some sealant of some sort on the edges of the lace right there, or even some Elmer's, something just to stop it from. And I see I've missed one part on sewing on the braid, so I'm just going to go back and do that right where I missed for some reason. As I say, it's a little tricky sewing on the towel, and these towels are actually thick, so they're sort of stretchy in a sense. Anyway, that's it. So now that's done. I won't trim all the threads right now, but anyhow. So that makes a very nice, and if you're sending it to someone else or making it as a gift, you could put a candle, or since it's for a guest bathroom, you could put some soap. I've got some soap somewhere that I was going to make a little soap bag with a round soap and make that as a little presentation. Also, if you wanted to, you could send one of the pumpkins with it. I make little tiny ones as well. That might be kind of nice. But anyhow, that's my foil bag. Hope you liked it. Or not a bag, I'm sorry. It's actually a foil towel, but it's going to go in a bag. One of the bags that I made, I think I showed you on a previous video, and the bag is going to be bigger. It'll be about this size to accommodate this. So thank you for watching. Bye-bye.